After sacking Sledevin Mitchell, that is Mitchell, Coach Mitchell, and he's obviously going to become the next manager for Libya in the next coming days and weeks, the Uganda Cranes have gone ahead to name their new head coach, and that is Paul Put. He is a Belgian international, has been on the African continent for a very long time, and today at the FOFA complex, he has been unveiled by the FOFA president of Uganda, that is Moses Magogo. Wherever you're going ahead to bring up this story, obviously you guys are so much into this channel, and I know there are some Ugandans that will watch this channel, and it's a big story running around the country. So welcome to this channel. Rokani David is my name. Smash like button, comment and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Paul Put is a Belgian football coach, and he manages Uganda Cranes now. He was born on May 26th, 1956. He's 67 years of age. That he is Paul Put, and he has gone ahead to manage the Congolese national team and very many others: Burkina Faso, Guinea-Bissau, Gambia, and very many others, and some other clubs. But he comes in when the Uganda national team is really into a crisis, having failed to qualify for the AFCON recently, and he's up into the World Cup tie. That will obviously see him really get himself to where he wants to be. Now, that is the artwork that was made by the FOFA, and obviously he went ahead and obviously got unveiled. That is Paul Put. And then the technical department of FIFA went ahead to confirm to us that he's not going to be working alone. This is a team that he's going to be working alongside with. This is head coach Paul Put Joseph will work with the following people as part of his backroom staff. That is Sven Deweldy, that is the performance manager. Matthias Denise, physical fitness coach. Gary Otsete is the goalkeeping coach. Martin Michel, physiotherapist. Then Jele Sevenhunt, that is a video analyst. They added on and said the Ugandan personnel who will be part of the backroom staff will be communicated later and shall report to the camp as and when international engagements are really lined up. So he's the first Ugandan manager I've gone ahead to see having all this. Desabre was the one who was really so close to this because he had like two other French people alongside him. I think one was a physical performance coach, and the other one was not all that known to me. But all I want to confirm to you is that Uganda now have a new coach known as Paul Hart. Now, Paul Hart had the following to say to the Ugandans, and it read, "Please give me time, give me the confidence, you'll see a different national team." That's what he said. And he's one of those that he's a reputable coach because he led Burkina Faso in, was it 2019 when Nigeria really won the African Cup of Nations, right? He led them to that triumph, and Nigeria beat them in the final and they lost the trophy. But if at all he has gone ahead to take teams there, obviously you understand that he's a very good coach and no one doubts his capabilities. Though there are some other dark spots in his career, that he found himself being banned for 3 years by the Belgian Football Association for involving into what we call football, is it baiting, match fixing and so on and so forth. So he got himself banned. Now, that is a topic for another day, but I know most of you are really talking about it all over social media. Now, the president of the FOFA, or the Federation of Football Associations in Uganda, that is Moses Magogo, has gone ahead and really said the following about this new coach they've gone ahead to bring in at the Uganda national team. He said, FOFA rolled out an application process and we got over 150 coaches, including 2 Ugandans, who applied for the job. After thorough analysis, the FOFA executive zeroed down on Mr. Paul Put, and we believe he'll do a good job. This time, we have allowed the coach to appoint his own backroom staff and is coming with 5 other people from Belgium. However, there will be Ugandans who will work as part of the backroom staff. Coach Paul Coach Paul Put helped Burkina Faso reach the AFCON finals in 2013, guided Guinea to the AFCON quarterfinal finish, and also helped the Gambia to qualify for AFCON. With such a CV, we believe the coach will do a good job here at the side of Uganda. That is it, coming in from Moses Magogo, the FIFA president, giving Ugandans that big hope that things are obviously going to happen. Now, Paul Put comes in at a very trying time because the Uganda Cranes is hate to obviously take part into what we call the World Cup qualifiers. And let me see the group, So, where is that group? Uganda World Cup qualifiers. Let me check. I think Uganda World Cup qualifiers. Let's obviously see which group we are into, and I'm going to read you the fixtures that he's having. The contract duration is 2 years, and then later he will obviously have to really do the needful, and he will be saved by the team of FIFA and see whether it's gonna hate to meet the targets. Now we are in group. Uganda is in group G with Algeria, Botswana, Guinea, Mozambique, Somalia, and Uganda. And he is kickstarting off his campaign very, very, very soon. And it's starting off on the 17th of November, where we are playing Guinea in Morocco. Then host Somalia in Morocco too. And on the 3rd June of 2024, that's when he'll host his first game in Uganda. And then on the 10th of June 2024, he'll have to host Algeria. And in Uganda, they are planning and working hard to see that the Nambole Stadium really gets fixed such that come June, everything will be going on as to plan. Now, what's my input about this? I've seen people say that, and they are Ugandans who are really at the level of managing the national team. Uganda hasn't had coaches that have gone ahead to excel. But when you look at countries like Senegal, when they're being coached by Sisi, you understand that Sisi was playing in France, and I think he came in through and really played a little bit in the Premier League. So he knows how professional football is really done and ran. But in Uganda, you ask yourself, who is that player that can come in through and who is that manager that can come in through and really manage the national team? If you've gone ahead to fail to obviously dominate the local league, you've gone ahead to fail to obviously even reach the group stages of the African Cup of the CAF Champions League, then you are not fit to manage a national team, because managing a national team is really way far from what people think. And we just have to agree that we're still into that ilk of really getting in more foreigners to come in through and get this job done. But with the FIFA plan that they obviously going ahead to obviously launch recently, I think there is nothing that can obviously stop Uganda from having a national team coach in the next 5 or 6 years. That is it, because they'll have gone ahead to enroll like CAF A, all CAF pro coaches, close to like 20 or 30. They would have gone ahead to get exposed and they will be tested. Now, if at all a former player like Tony Maweje or David Oboa really finds himself succeeding in his career, like you saw today, David Oboa has been announced as the permanent manager for URA. If he thrives and takes URA to the triumphs they dreamt about, like on the African continent, then we could all call in for David Oboa to become the national team coach, because he has gone ahead to thrive elsewhere. Or if at all David Oboa leaves Uganda, goes ahead and obviously thrives elsewhere, like he goes to Simba in Tanzania, makes them clinch a trophy of the CAF Champions League, OTP Mazembe, all in South Africa at Kaizer Chiefs, where he really played most of his games, I think that will act well. But let no one lie to you that we are really at that level of really winning such things. I don't believe that. We've gone ahead to reach that level. So all I want to let you know is simple. This guy is obviously one of the best. That is Paul Hart. I think amongst the coaches we're going to have to bring in Uganda, he's the most profiled. And I think the only manager that came in through in his profile was not all that huge, was Desabri, but he put up a very good performance, and you saw to it that the Uganda Cranes was really playing some huge football. So we wait and see how that pans out, but we are going to the African qualifiers, and I'm here to obviously bring you the list of players like Nigeria is going to hate to call, Cameroon, and very many other teams that you guys really come from, because this channel is mostly viewed by African countries. So guys, your thoughts onto Paul Put, named as the new Uganda gaffer, are welcome in the comment section below. And those in Kenya, Burkina Faso, you know, and everywhere this man has been, tell us your thoughts about this man, you know, Paul Put, 67 years of age, and he's here to see to it that he takes Uganda to where they deserve to be, and he's telling us that give him time, he's obviously going to turn things around. Rokani David remains my name. First video of the day, more is yet to come. It's a marathon, and hope you guys are ready for the marathon. I sign out for now. See you later, my mates.